let's talk travel. Hey y'all, it is Hayley. Welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to share this video with you. I have all the things collected over here that I want to talk to you about. I have a whole little list for my video that I want to share with you. Let's get right into it. We love to travel, y'all know that. It has been a little different this summer because of COVID, but we are still going on our trip. There's a few different things that I normally wouldn't do or wouldn't pack that I am packing, and I'll show all that to you. But I guess I should say right away that this is more of a, we like to go to the national parks. We like national parks, we like national historic sites, we like national memorials. Anything that's national park system, we like to go there. So you'll find like things for hiking and fishing and off-roading and stuff like outdoorsy type of thing. But we road trip to all these places, so there's something for everybody. If you don't like national parks, if you're going to Disney World or Disneyland and you're still traveling in the car, I have tips for you. So okay, let's get started. First of all, what I do when we decide where we're going, I guess I should also say, I'm gonna be all over the place. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm gonna try. I have this list to keep me on point here. Anyway, we are going to Denver. That is our final destination for a big cattlemen's meeting that my husband has to attend. And when we have things like this that happen, I always plan our trip around it. We always find all the national parks that are nearby. And we go to them. So we actually did this trip last summer. We went to Rocky Mountain National Park and we stayed just 2 nights, I think. And then we went to Denver and we stayed at the Gaylord Rockies. I think that's actually in Aurora, Colorado. It's near Denver, but it's beautiful and it's amazing and has an amazing pool. My boys love it. So that's where we end the trip. So it's kind of going to be like a national park trip ending with a pool kind of water park trip, I guess. But we did this trip last year, but it's going to be different this year because we're doing different things at Rocky Mountain National Park and we're going to see different stuff along the way. So anyway, I start my trip. I find out where we're going. I found out which national park sites are along the way. And then I start a folder. I just get these little plastic folders. You can get them at the Dollar Tree, Walmart, whatever. And I fill them with, what are these called? These plastic page protectors, I guess. And I do all this on the computer. You could do it by hand. You can do it however you want to, but I'm a kind of a graphic design kind of girl. So I like to have it all written down and nicely displayed so I know what's going on. But I just start with this. So I'll say Denver trip. And then I put all the days down and I write everything we're gonna do on each day. I write down the hotel confirmation, how much it costs. I write down all the times, like how long it takes to get from here to there for each stop that we're gonna make, so I can kind of keep myself on a time track, a time limit of where we have, how long we can stay at each place. What else do I write down? You can kind of see this, right? Can I turn my light back up now? This is casual, y'all. It's just a casual video telling you how we travel. The hotel, the phone numbers for the hotel, because sometimes when we go to these places, they're like in the middle of nowhere and you can have like no internet to like look up a phone number or whatever else. And you need to know what time something closes or whatever else. I put the times and everything. Anything you can think of, I write on here for each day for what we're doing. Okay, let me see. Reservations, I told you all of that. We like to, and this is probably not the norm, but when we go, we like to stay as cheap as we can because we like to spend our money doing the off-roading things and the fishing things and seeing the different stuff and spending money on the actual experience rather than spending money on the hotel, which we're never in when we do these trips because we just go, 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 go. So the hotel is not important to us. Now while we're in Denver, that's a nice hotel and it's expensive, but we stay at that hotel. We don't leave. We stay at the hotel the whole time and use the pool, and there's an arcade and a putt-putt and all that, and that's where we stay, so we spend the money there. But when we're doing these national park trips, we stay as cheap as we can. And when we go to Rocky Mountain National Park, if you're interested, we stay at the Ponderosa. It's like a little lodge place. It's nice and it's inexpensive. I should say inexpensive for that area. It's expensive, but we only stay for, I think we're gonna stay 4 days, 4 nights this time. And so most of those places there in Estes Park where you stay to go to Rocky Mountain National Park, you have to stay up to a week to even get a reservation. But this place, it's one of the only ones that I could find, you may find different, but that would let you do by the night. And so you don't have to stay a whole week. So we like it there. The people are great. The place is nice and fun. It's right along the, I don't remember what river it is, but it's like the balcony views is like right down. You look down at this rushing river and it is gorgeous. So that's where we like to stay. What else? Okay, so also in my binder, now this is like the Bible. This is like the binder for the entire trip. It stays right beside me in the car the whole time. Now I do have in here in the front my packing list. So this is all the things we're gonna pack. Now I don't put it in a page protector because I'm sorry, I talk too fast, y'all. If you're new here, bear with me. I will pull this out and use it before we go. I won't necessarily take this with me because that'll be my packing list for when I start packing. So I just keep this document on my computer and I can pull it up anytime I think of something that we want to pack or think of something that I don't want to forget to bring. Also, I do, this may sound silly, but it's just my organizational mind at work, but I do a souvenir page. And so like I told you before, we've done this particular trip before on most parts of it. So like I don't need all the souvenirs from Rocky Mountain National Park because we got those last year. But we are gonna go to Scotts Bluff. I think it's a national monument. I think. And then we're going to Fort Laramie, which is the National Historic Site, and we're going to go to Chimney Rock. And these are all spots along the Oregon Trail. And so I do want to, if everything is not open, but I have checked with all these places that we can still do the Junior Ranger program and get our passport stamps. Well, I'll talk to you about that later. That's national park stuff. So we for sure will be able to get those, but I don't know how much like souvenir stuff we'll be able to get. But I wrote down the stuff that we wanted to get. Like Merritt always likes to collect a snow globe, and we did not get one last year at Rocky Mountain. I don't know what happened or why we didn't get one from Colorado, but that's on the list because he definitely wants to get a snow globe. And just stuff like that. Things that I don't want to forget. So I write that down. I'll print out a map of the park. Now usually, I don't know how it's gonna go this year because of COVID. If they hand out stuff when you go to the park, they usually give you a map and other things when you go in, but I don't know because we haven't been since all this has happened. But you do when you're going into Rocky Mountain. I don't know if this is the same for Yellowstone or other big national parks, but you have to reserve your ticket and your slot to get in online before you even go. And we do have that. And of course, that is in my book. I have it all printed out and they scan it when you go in. Otherwise, you can't even get into the park. Usually for Rocky Mountain, you just pay for a week's pass or a couple of days pass and it's like $35. Not anymore, y'all. You have to pay $35 each time you go in. So we're just gonna do the park for one full day and then the other days we're doing ATV ride. I keep saying this, and fishing and different things that we didn't do last time. So I print out all of that stuff, y'all. Also, I go on the national parks websites are amazing. They have tons of information. And so I go on here and I print out trails we might like to go on. This is gonna be too bright. I print out, we are very avid wildlife lookers and watchers, so I always make sure and I put all the wildlife where you can find them specifically in the parks because we like to look and we like to find, now I'm real dark, like to find all the wildlife in the park. That's something that we like to do as a family, so I always write all that down and print that out. I have travel books too. We really like, they're all here behind me. The Moon, I should have pulled these out before. Let's see, here it is right here. I have these for all the national parks that we've been to. This Moon is the publisher or the, I don't know how that works, but they do great travel books. And so I have these for all the parks that we've been to, and I'll bring this along and it has information in it as well. Let me put that down there. Okay, so I print all that out. I print all the hotel stuff out. All this is in here. This is the ATV stuff. This is the fishing stuff. All of the, any kind of confirmation email I get, I print out and it goes in this binder and that stays with me. Okay. Are we into like 20 minutes now? I've only talked about my, my folder for all the stuff. Okay. Now let's move on to the boys stuff. Okay, now for trips like this, I like to have them a folder. Merritt's favorite color, I have two little boys, I guess I should say that. Merritt is 8 and Coy is 6, and Merritt's favorite color is red, Coy's is blue. And so what I'll do, we went to Yellowstone 2 summers ago and I did this for them then. I did not do it last year when we went to Rocky Mountain because I just ran out of time, so this is all new to them, so they'll appreciate this and it'll be new and something fun. But I just start out with like a little page. I'm gonna turn my light down. And if they go anywhere that has a stamp or a sticker or something they want to keep, they can put it on this page or on the back of this page. And then I designed this, and I can link this in the blog post that I'll have linked below. So if you do want to print this out, you can. This is a checklist for all the animals in the park. We love to do that and love to check off what we find. And then the rest of this stuff is stuff I found online. I just searched camping or Rocky Mountain National Park or North American wildlife, stuff like that. And I just printed it right out and I just made them little activity books. So there's scavenger hunts for the road. Of course, we do one of these where you mark off all of the license plates. That is super fun. I'm dark, y'all. I'm sorry, but it doesn't show up if I have My light too bright. Lots of different coloring pages, camping stuff. Let's see what else we have in here. And most of this stuff I found, like a lot of the Crayola stuff you can get for free. Some of the stuff I did pay for from Teachers Pay Teachers. But it's just coloring pages, word searches, different coloring stuff, Find Its, I Spy, stuff like that. Like a maze. I did pay for a few things on Teachers Pay Teachers, but they have a lot of free stuff too. So be sure to look there and just sign up. It's free to sign up, and you can get free stuff from there. And the stuff that you buy is very inexpensive. And so I just print all this out. Here's like a little Mad Libs camping kind of a little page. I was trying to find the one that I did pay for. This one. It's like a camping crossword. I thought that one was so fun. So basically this is just an activity book that is geared toward where we're going and what we're doing. So they both have one of these, and that'll sit back in the car with them. Okay, there we go. And they will love this. That'll be so fun for them. And then this year is new. My mom had gotten them these and I had not used them, and she had these little carabiners already on them, blue and red, of course, all the little pouches and stuff. So I thought this would be handy to hang on the back of their the headrest, on the back of the seat in front of them. And they can have whatever they want to keep in here. If they get a little toy along the way, if they find something they want to keep, or McDonald's toy or whatever, they can put it in these little pouches and just have something to corral their stuff. So those will go in the car with them. I'm sure you can get these. These are called jumbo expanding pouches, but I'm sure that you can get these at any Walmart or Dollar General or a school supply store, or office supply store. So we're gonna bring those along. I also have two of these. I don't know where I got these, y'all. The education station says this one. Yeah, this was like a school supply store basically, that's just local to us. But these they're the same. They're just different, I guess, publications. And they say travel the states, and it's got, I'll just show you one because they're the same. I looked because, you know, we have to have everything the same. They are just, each state is listed. It's got a little activity for each state and fun little things to do, to learn about where you're going. And I just thought this would be something fun to stick in there for them to do. We also love to do these. These can be found at the Target Dollar Spot. Maybe even Dollar Tree has them. I'm not sure about that. But the little bingo games, these are so much fun. You just slide them back and forth, and they can play with these on the whole trip. I even have one for myself that I play with up in the front. I did grab these from Dollar Tree the other day, and they are color by number animals. And so it tells you what color and what color, and then the numbers, and then you color the animals. I'm just gonna stick those in with their stuff too, just to give them some options of things to do. And then they both have one of these clipboards that opens up. Clipboard is great. They can put any of these books on them to do while they're in the car. If we're doing Junior Ranger books and they need a hard surface, anything that they need to do, they'll have their clipboard. And then each boy has a little pouch inside the clipboard, and I just bought these at the Dollar General. It's a big 24 pack of all of the colors of colored pencils. So that'll be great. They like to have options. They like to color and do stuff like that. So I'll just stick that down in there. And then they have just a plain little notebook. And then, I don't even know what this stuff is. A DIY scavenger hunt. I think I found this at the Dollar Tree. It's like a little scratch off thing. I don't know. This is probably just come out if we get really bored, but it's just some kind of little activity thing. And this is a 4-in-1 travel sticker game. This is from Dollar Tree too, a while ago, but they probably still have something similar. It's just a little travel activity set. So that'll go in there too. I just like for them to have stuff to do, because if you travel with kids, you know the I'm bored mom comes out pretty quick in the trip. So they'll both have, this is McCoy's, and then Merritt's is just about the same. He just has a little dinosaur on his pouch, whereas Coy had the space, I guess, and then he has a red notebook, of course, because we have to keep everything color coded. So those will go by their seats as well. They're little clipboards. Okay, now, all that to say, y'all, we still use DVD players. So we make sure we pack the headphones. They like these big headphones like this that have the cords that come off. I find those much easier and much, they last a lot longer, because if the cord breaks, you just pull this baby out and put a new cord on it. and then you're not having to buy a whole new set of headphones. I can link these below if I can find them on Amazon. Anything that I can find that I have links for, I will link below. But I got these quite a while ago, but I'm sure they're still available. They also like these because if one is watching a movie that they both like, you can plug the cord up to the other headphone and they can both listen to the one DVD. Even though they both have separate DVD players, sometimes they want to watch the same thing. We also have, I'm dropping everything, this is the DVD players that we have. They're just little ones that attach to the back of the seat, the headrest. And then I have these from Amazon too. I got these ages ago. I don't know if they're still available, but they are the best, y'all. They're the best for keeping the DVDs up on the headrest. They just Velcro on the headrest and then it straps on. It's amazing. I love those. I wouldn't use anything else for DVDs on the car. Okay, let me check my list. Where are we at here? Okay, let's talk about games. We love to bring games along with us in the cabins, in the lodge that we stay in, the Ponderosa. I love these like little bagged games. I got these at Waldrug years ago. I don't know, I'm sure you can get them on Amazon. They're just, we actually have the full-size version of this game, but this is just a little bag game of it. It's easy to pack, it's easy to throw down into a bag, and we can play when we get there. If you've been following me, you know that we love to play games in this family, so that's a must to bring games along. So we have the camp game, and we have the toasted or roasted game. Just fun little stuff to play while we're at the cabin. I also have a few more games that we love. The Trivial Pursuit National Park version, obviously we have to bring that. The Uno, we love Uno. So this is the Uno Wildlife version or Wilderness version, so we bring that one along. There's a Moose in the House. This is just a silly little easy card game, so we'll take that one. And then this is a new one. If you've been following along, you know that we're obsessed with these noggin games. And this is this the North America? Yeah, Wildlife of North America. So we're gonna bring that one along. We love these games. They are so good. Especially for like the littlest one in our family can play too, and he loves it and he's good at it, so that's a plus. I almost forgot with the DVD players, this is what we do. Before we go, they each get a DVD holder, red and blue. These are nasty. We road trip a lot. And they fill them up with whatever they want to watch for that trip, and they know that they have the DVDs. They can share and switch and swap and all that, that's fine, but they have what they want in the car, and these are theirs, and they sit right by their seat, and they can change them out how they want them. So that is a good way to have all the DVDs they want to watch. I think that's all of that section. Now let's move on to packing. All right, I'm sure you have seen this before on Pinterest. It's everywhere, but y'all, it is the only way to pack for trips like this. Now, I will say, we go to Mississippi. I'm from Mississippi. We live in Iowa now. Twice a year at least on big trips, and I just take a suitcase full of clothes. I don't worry about separating anything. I don't put anything in any kind of a space saver bag or anything like that. We just go. But now these trips where we're doing something specific every day in a national park like that, this is the only way to go, y'all. Ziploc bags, y'all. It is the way to go. I'm telling you, I hesitated for a long time to do it, but it is the way to go. So I use the red and the blue again. You know, the favorite colors. I just get Ziploc bags. I love the ones that have the little what do they call it, the little slider, because it's just easier for everybody to get into. I use red and blue Sharpies. All right, all the days that we're gonna need a bag for, this is just happens to be Saturday's bag. I am not completely packed yet, but I think I have some footage of last year when we did this trip and I packed the same way, so I'll show you that sometime. Maybe you're looking at it right now. So that you can kind of see what I'm talking about, how I do this. But Saturday, and then Merritt. And then this is his Saturday outfit: shirts and a short, underwear and socks. Saturday morning he wakes up, goes into his suitcase, pulls out his Saturday bag and puts it on, y'all. It is amazing. I don't have to help them. They know exactly what to do. They pull their bag, and then I try to make them keep the little bags, because usually we go on a couple trips over the summer and I can just reuse the bag, so that's nice. Bag system. And then for PJs, we don't do a ton of PJs because they like to sleep in their boxers, which is fine, but sometimes you need PJs to run around the hotel or whatever, so I do pack a few PJs in one bag, and it just says PJ. In fact, I have that somewhere. It just says PJs on it. Yes. And then I will do a bag that says extra, and that'll have a shirt and shorts and socks and an underwear, and that'll stay in the car at all times. So if we're hiking, if we're on the road and we can't get to all the suitcases that are all packed up, I have a little bag for them kind of under the seat, and we just pull it out if they spill or have an accident or whatever happens. We have an extra pair of clothes, and then you just put the dirty clothes down in the Ziploc and zip it up, and then you wash everything when you get home. I did not bring that, but I should say I always bring a bag. Like, I usually bring a pop-up hamper, and then that's where all the dirty clothes goes, and that can stay in the car. And so we just, whenever we go out to the car, we just put dirty clothes out in the hamper, and so it all stays in one. And when you get home, you have the big hamper full of dirty clothes, and then you just wash them. So that keeps everything separated in the suitcases too. So I also always bring, usually, unless we're going south where it's hot and you know it's hot, but if you're going west to any of these national parks, you need to bring a variety of different clothes. So we always bring little sweatshirts for them, a blue sweatshirt for Mare. I'm just reaching for all this stuff over here, y'all. And a red shirt, a blue sweatshirt for Coy, a red sweatshirt for Mare. And these are nice, and they can just pull them off if they get hot and tie them around their waist or whatever. And then I do always bring little pullover kind of wind rain jackets, because especially in Estes Park, it rains every afternoon, so you need those. So we always pack those. I think that's all I have for packing tips. Y'all, I'm serious, comment down below if you use those Ziplocs. You gotta do it if you're packing for a trip like this. It is amazing. Okay, now we're gonna talk about like other stuff, incidental stuff, other little things we like to bring that just makes life easier. This year, of course, we have to bring masks, which is a new thing that we usually don't have to worry about. We went ahead at the advice of my sister and brother-in-law, who also do a lot of national park travel, to get the kids, I don't know really what these are called, but they're the neck things, and they go over your neck and up along your mouth, and then you just pull them up and down. They said it was so much easier for their kids, so that is what we got. We just got them on Amazon. I can link them below. They were fairly inexpensive. We got Merritt this camo. And then I'm just throwing stuff down. Coy got this camo. And then, of course, Mama got pink. I have a regular face mask too in case I need that. But I think this will be great, especially for outdoors and things. And this is what they look like when they come. And they have all the ways that you wear them. Let's see if it has a name. Multifunctional headwear is all it says. But like I said, I will link it below. And this is Craig's. It's just a kind of a gray. I think we got him. So face masks will go in the suitcases, or probably in something in the car where we can reach them easily. We also are gonna take their headlamps. They love these things. Who knows where they'll use them or what they'll do with them. This one needs batteries. Of course, we have the red, woo! The red, I don't know how to turn it off. Wow. Okay. Is it off? The red and the blue for both boys. This thing is still on. Merritt, how do you turn this off? Okay. Anyway, we bring these along. It's fun for them, so they will have those. We might even put those down in their little things. I might just stick them in there so they can have them in the car if they want them, or maybe not, because that'll probably drive Craig crazy, my husband, while he's driving. Now I'm like all blinded. I can barely even see. So we bring those along. Also this year, we are going on a fly fishing trip, and so in kind of the information they sent us when we booked the trip, it's like a guided trip. They'll like bring all this stuff and just teach us how to fly fish. They said to use polarized sunglasses, so I already had a pair. I got Craig a pair for his birthday, and so I went ahead and got the boys a pair. They're in McCoy's room, so I don't want to talk too loud because they don't know about it, but let's see. I should have already had all these open. I got Coy this pair. I will link all these below. The brand is X-Loop Athletics. This box it comes in. So of course Coy gets the blue. He will love that. It's like blue and light blue and all of that, and it comes with a little carry case. Now it hasn't come in yet, but I can pop a picture in. I did go ahead and get them some straps that are, what do you call it, floatable. Like if their glasses fall off while they're fishing, they'll float, because I don't want them to lose these glasses. So those are Coy's, and that will come in like tomorrow. So way before we leave, we'll be fine. And then Merritt got these that are like red and kind of like a yellow. He'll love these, and they can, if they keep these nice, they can use these for like baseball and stuff too, because they're nice polarized sunglasses. So we had to get those for this trip. What else are we taking along? Of course, I told you that we love to watch wildlife and look and see any kind of nature, so we have to do binoculars. I will link these below. We got these last year and they are awesome. Like even I like to use these, but they're small, so they're perfect for little kids' hands and little kids' eyes. They're on Amazon. I think they're like $18. The problem is that Merrick kept a hold of his all year. I can't find Coy's, so I'm still on the hunt. They're in this house somewhere, I just don't know where, or maybe even in the car. But Coy does have a little pair of these that he got at the Black Hills a couple years ago that they're decent, but like these are really nice. So we bring binoculars. Hopefully I can find the other pair of the good ones. And then we have a nice pair of Nikon like adult binoculars for Craig and I that stay in the car all the time, just in case we see something along the road we want to look at. So we'll bring those along. And then they got these at Nature Camp and they asked if they could take these along. They're little like, what are they called? A bug jar, but they have magnifiers on them. It says like a little plastic spider in it. So that they find something they want to look at, they can bring these along. So we'll keep these somewhere, probably in this backpack that I'm fixing to show you for our hikes. So they can just keep these down in the backpack while we're hiking. If they see something, they can look at it. What just fell? Okay, so we take a backpack along, obviously. This is our hiking backpack. Craig usually carries it. And then we keep anything we need. Our water bottles. Ooh, I should get those. Hang on. Okay, I got them these water bottles this spring. They are the Hydro Cell from Amazon. I can link them below. They are amazing. They're with the backpack. We love them. They put nature stickers all over them. Craig and I don't have one. I have one that's like this that has a straw that I sip out of. But for this, we'll bring some kind of water for us too because we like to have water when we hike. But these are the boys. They're amazing. We love them. I can link them below. And they'll go in the backpack. Let's see, what else? Of course, we have bug spray in the backpack, sunscreen. And then I like to keep this. I think I actually got this at Dirt Cheap, but it is a little Target dollar spot thing that I got that was out one summer, not this summer, so I don't know if you can get them or not. But it's just kind of a little first aid kit. Now, I have a bigger first aid kit I'm going to show you that I keep in the car all the time because I'm a helicopter mom and I'm always scared something's going to happen. But this is just a little something to keep in the hiking backpack. You don't want to bring all the stuff along. It's just like Band-Aids, some little packets of, what is it, antibiotic ointment, and a little tube of Afterbite if somebody gets bit, some Tylenol if anybody gets a headache on the hike, and a few little Band-Aids. It's just enough to hold you over till you get back to the car for the Big Daddy first aid kit. So all that stays in our little backpack, and that is just the one we take. It's easier just to have one backpack as a family instead of everybody trying to carry something. Now, I will say that I carry this. I got this last year, I think, and I love it. It is Kavoo. Is that how you say that? And it's just a little crossbody. It's got kind of like parachute cord handle or strap. It is so cute. It's perfect because it's got the little and you can just put it around and take it off, and it's the perfect size for my camera. Obviously, I have a YouTube channel. I vlog all these trips, and so I carry that because I want to be able to have it at the ready whenever I want to record something. I don't want it down in Craig's backpack or the backpack that Craig carries. So this is what I use, so I can keep like my phone and my camera and even like a little chapstick or any kind of little thing that I need in this. So that's what I take along on the hike, and usually I just use this the whole trip. I'll bring a big purse with me, but this has just my essentials in it. I can just grab it and go, and have a small little green wallet that matches it perfectly, and I can go in there for when I'm going into like a visitor center or a store or something, but not for a hike. I wouldn't bring my wallet. But anyway, these are so nice. I ended up getting this on Poshmark for like 15 bucks, so be on the lookout for those. You can get them pretty cheap, and they're so nice and sturdy and perfect for like any kind of nature activity. So I bring that along. And then this is the Big Daddy first aid kit. Now this stays in my car all year long. Like, it's not just a travel road trip thing. Like, I always have it in here, y'all. It is chock full of all the things. I actually used it the other day at the splash pad. Some little kids, a girlfriend of mine's little boy or girl, I can't remember, got cut, and we had the hydrogen peroxide out, we had the Band-Aids out, we had all the things. So I just keep, you know, Tylenol. I should probably, yeah, that's enough. First aid ointment. I keep a little sunscreen in here, Kleenex. I mean, anything you can think of. I keep some wipes in here. Of course, there'll be more wipes in the car and, you know, in my purse and stuff, but there's Advil and all kind of adult medicine here. Band-Aids, did I say that? There's a little thing of off. I mean, just anything and everything that you need. There's another one of those little bug medicine things for if you get bit by a bug. It's just all in here, ready to go. I just keep it in the back of the car. So I always have everything that I need handy. So I thought I'd show you that. Let's see. Of course, the new this year is all the stuff for COVID. So we've got some Clorox wipes that we'll keep in the car and in the hotel room. I found these two, they're wet ones, antibacterial, so I think that they'll do the job too, even though they're not Clorox brand. Is that, oh, it's just antibacterial little wipes, so those will stay in the car and in the hotel to wipe everything down. We've got hand sanitizer. This is all that I could find, but it's got enough percentage of alcohol in it to kill the virus, so that's good. So we'll bring those along. I think that is all as far as the stuff goes. Now let's talk about the food. Okay, so when we do these trips, we always love to picnic. That is one of my boys' favorite things, and I love to do it too because you save money. So we always bring plenty of picnic stuff. I love to pack in these kind of Sterilite bins, tubs, whatever you call them. This is kind of that. What size is this? This is like the perfect size, I think, because everybody can carry it and it's easily stackable. I don't know, it doesn't say. It's this big. So I'll put bread, any of the condiments that haven't been opened, obviously, and don't need to go in the cooler yet, I'll keep those in here. Any kind of sandwich making stuff we need, I'll keep napkins, paper plates, and then I always bring a vinyl tablecloth with me that we can just throw on any picnic table that happens to be there, so that you don't have to worry about that being dirty or whatever. And so I keep all of that in one box, and it just comes out every time we picnic. And then I have another box that I fill with chips and cookies and snacks and crackers and all the little things, and that can stay in the car closer to the boys so that they can have snacks the whole time while we're on the trip. And it can come out too during the picnic. It's just easy to carry those little bins, you know, in and out of the car. And then it's got everything in it that you need for the picnic. So I use those, and then we'll bring a little cooler, and we'll keep drinks and the sandwich meat and the cheese, and I like to bring little cheese sticks, and I also sometimes like to do pepperoni and like a little tub of cream cheese, and I like that as a little snack. I'm keto, so that helps. I'm gonna show you some keto stuff too. So that helps with me and what I can eat on the road. So anything like that stays in the cooler, and then we just bring the cooler back and forth from the car to the picnic table, and it just works out perfectly. I love it. It's the best. And then you can kind of not be like eating greasy food the whole time. Don't get me wrong, we stop at fast food and we eat junk a lot on the trip, but that helps out just to have a picnic every now and then. So that's the food. I'm gonna talk about keto snacks. So what I do is, before we go, sorry, I had to grab it. I will get on Amazon and I'll just get my favorite keto snacks. I love these huevos, y'all. They are so good. They're like egg white little cracker chips. Let me turn this down. They are amazing. I love them, so I'll bring these. We love, even the boys love to eat these, so I'll have to pack some extra for them, but we love the dill pickle kind, so I'll bring some of those. I'll bring some Quest chips. I like to pack the ones, these loaded taco are my favorite because lots of times we'll go out to eat Mexican and then I can have chips and queso too because I bring my own chips in, so I'll bring those. I love to have Zip Fizz and Crystal Light and all that kind of stuff, so I just pack that in a bag and I just have it ready for me. Also like little granola bars, these IQ bars, that's gonna be too bright. I'll pack those along. There we go. That's easy breakfast and stuff too. I'll pack Quest bars. I love the Quest Hero bars. They're so yummy. So I'll pack a few of those in this bag for me. These, what are these called? The vanilla caramel, and there's this, oh, this one too, the chocolate caramel, I think it is. Chocolate caramel pecan. Those are so yum. So I bring all that stuff for me so that I can stay keto and I don't have to worry about where we are or if I'm gonna be able to find something to eat. I've just got all of my stuff, and then usually at night we'll go out to a restaurant and I can always find like a steak or grilled chicken or whatever, so that's fine. It's just kind of while we're doing the picnics and we're on the actual road that I need all of my keto stuff, so I bring that with me. Okay, y'all, I think we've talked about everything but the specific national park stuff. It's my favorite. Okay, so the first thing you need to do if you are gonna do national parks is to get yourself a passport. It looks like this. The boys both have their own, and Craig and I have one that's for us, so that when they grow up and move out of the house and Craig and I travel alone, we still have our passport and can add to all the places that we go. They're just like this, and I keep them in this little bag we got at Rocky Mountain last year. It's just a tiny little reusable bag, and I love to have that. I keep it in the glove compartment all the time, so if we happen to be somewhere randomly and we need the passports, we have them with us. So they are just the cutest little things, and they have a little plastic thing here that you can put whatever you need. They like to keep little stickers and stuff in theirs. And let me find one that's actually stamped. They're running around here somewhere. What are y'all trying to find? Oh, you need a snack. Okay, so these are some that we've done. When we went to Harry S. Truman, I think this is Pipestone, and then another Harry S. Truman. You'll go into the visitor center and they have snacking. They have the little setup for all of the stamps, and it's like a souvenir, and it has the date you were there, and some have just different stuff. Like this was George Washington Carver, and it had a little microscope there with it, and like Harry S. Truman had his little glasses. So some have like different kind of little stamps you can get as well. We love the passport program. It is such a great souvenir, and it's cheap. You buy this, I honestly don't know how much these are, but I can try to link them below. I want to say like $11 maybe. And then you have your souvenir for like life, you know, and it's so fun. And I hope that the boys will keep these forever and always want to go to national parks and travel, and they can just have them. And so each visitor center, like this is Yellowstone, these are all Yellowstone stamps. Each visitor center has a different stamp, so you can say you went to each place in the park and stuff, and it is just so much fun. Like this one was somewhere, and they had a little Junior Ranger hat. I think that was Jean Lafitte in Louisiana. And then this was Fort Smith, and it had the little fort. So we love this. And this had, not only does this have national parks, it's got all of the national park systems. Like I told you before, the historic sites and the memorials and the monuments and all that, it's all in here. And you can have a spot to stamp everything. And also, I don't think I have this with me. It must be somewhere else. No, here it is. You can get, is this it? Yeah, it's an expander pack. And so if you're running out of space for like, obviously we live in the Midwest, so we go to a lot of those that are around where we are traveling. You can get, I guess I already put them in, but it's just more paper that you just stick in your little book, and then you have more, it just says cancellation there, national stamp. But you just have more paper for more stamps in a certain section, because each section is the same, and you might go to more places. Like if you live in the Northwest, you'd go to all the Northwest places, and you would need more paper for that section. Anyway, y'all, can't say enough good things about the passport program. We love it. It is so much fun. Now the next thing that we are obsessed with, and if you are doing national parks, you've got to get on board with this, is the Junior Ranger program, y'all. It is amazing, and a lot of them have them online, and you can do them and not even go if you just want to learn about a park, or if you want to print them out before you go, and then you have the book done. Like if you're in a time crunch, which we are kind of going to be in a time crunch on Friday, but the ones Scottsbluff and Fort Laramie do not have them online, so we'll have to do them when we get there. It's fine though. They love to do the books, and it's so much fun. But you can sometimes print them out online and have them done, and you go and you say, I've got my book done, and they can get their badge, which here's the badges. We've been doing this for 3 years, I think, and so these are all their badges. We love this program. It is so much fun. And so this just hangs in their room, and they collect their badges and they put them on after each trip. And so when they get them, I have a bag for each, a blue bag and a red bag. This is just a piece of felt in the little bags. And so as we collect them while we're traveling, weeks at a time or whatever we're doing, I just keep them pinned to these little felt pieces in the bag in the glove compartment. And then when we get home, I give them their bag, and then they can put them on their burlap banner, so that way they don't lose them and they don't get broken, and we can keep them as a collection because we are collectors and they love to collect. So that is how we do the Junior Ranger program. Y'all, they have learned so much and remember so much. Like they can see anything or see something in a book and say, oh, that's so-and-so, and that's what this was, and da-da-da-da-da. They just love it, and it is a great program. You just, I think the only place we've been to so far is Yellowstone, that you had to pay like $1 or something for the actual Junior Ranger book, and then you turn it in and get your badge. But like it's totally worth it. And actually Yellowstone is the only one we've been to that gives you a patch, like an iron-on patch. The rest of them are actual badges. So anyway, this trip we'll get, we already have Rocky Mountain National Park badge, but we'll get the Scottsbluff and we'll get Fort Laramie. So that's 2 more badges for them, so that's exciting. They love to do it, like I said, and it is just a great program. And y'all, a good park ranger can really make your trip. If you find one and we have found so many great park rangers that really take the time and do things with the kids and help them out and tell them different things, and ranger-led park programs. If you can ever get to one of those, if you have enough time, they are amazing. You learn so much, and like me and Craig learn so much too. But they can just really like tell you like the sweet little spot. Like if you're like super into moose like I am, I love to find the moose when we're anywhere. They'll tell you like find like a little sweet spot that you might see one, or this, that, and the other. They can just make your trip, and we just love to always talk to the park rangers. So okay, y'all, let me check my list. Is that everything? I think it is. As always, comment down below if you have any questions. We love to do this. I love to talk about it. I love to tell anybody I can about the Junior Ranger programs and the passports and all the things that we like to do along the way. And like I said, if there's any trip we're taking, if Craig has to go get cattle from somewhere, or we have to go somewhere for whatever reason, I'm on my computer, on my phone, looking up where's a national park site beside it, because I feel like if whoever designated this place as a national park, like I want to see it. Like if it was worth it to make it preserved forever, like I want to see it. That just made me think of something. This is also a great thing to have if you're into national parks, y'all. This book, you can get it on Amazon. It is the complete national park guide. It is, I think, yeah, National Geographic. It is amazing. And like I said, or not like I said, but this, like I've said before, this is not just national parks. This is all of the National Park Services. So historic sites, memorials, everything is in here. And it tells you like a good, at least a couple paragraphs about each thing that you want to go to and visit. If you're wondering about like what it is or whatever, it's like comprehensive. I got my daddy one for Christmas and I was so jealous I had to get myself one. It is the best. We love this book. It's pricey, but it's totally worth it because it's like totally comprehensive and it's got everything in it. So okay, I wanted to put this in here because this kind of goes along with my tips and my tricks and my souvenirs and all that kind of stuff. So I told you that we collect, or you know, that I have to make sure we get all the souvenirs. So we collect the magnets from each place that we go. And so these are all of the national historic sites, national recreation areas, national monuments, all the things that aren't actually national parks, but they're still national park systems. So they go over here, and sometimes they're so small they don't have magnets, so we don't have them for everywhere, but that's okay. And then this is a map, a scratch off national park map that my mother-in-law gave us. And so when you go somewhere, you scratch it off and it turns into a green tree. Otherwise it's just copper until you go. So it serves as like a checklist. My family loves this. It's so fun to be able to see where we've been and then map out where we want to go. And so then over here on this magnet board is the proper national parks that we've been to. So that's there. And then if you turn around here in our hallway, we have more magnet boards. I just pulled all these off. That's why it looks funny. I'll have to rearrange everything. But, oh, actually, this is a National Military Park, Pea Ridge. I'll have to put that over here by the military parks. There we go. Anyway, this is something that I did, and I've showed this before on my channel, but I just love it. It seems like everybody else does too when I show it. It's just a map. I got it for $4.99 or so on Amazon, and I Mod Podged it right onto a piece of like MDF, and then I cut out, when we go to a state, I cut out like the favorite picture that we have from the state, and I just tape it right on there. And so we have the memory of the trip, and then it serves as like a checklist of what states we've been to. Now Craig and I have been to many more states than this, but this is just the states that the boys and I have, you know, that we've been to as a family. So that's what that is. And then, you know, we get a magnet everywhere we go, and so that is what these are on the sides of this. This is the non-national park magnets, just like the other places that we go. So we love to collect in this house, and we love to check off lists, and we love to have things like displayed like this. So that is what that is. And this is a super cheap souvenir because most magnets are less than $5, and you have something to remember your trip by. We love the national parks. We love history. I love to just go and see all these things, and there's so many more places I want to go. It's kind of a bummer that we're going back to Colorado again because I want to see so many other things, but we're doing different stuff on this trip. So it'll be fun and interesting and different, and I will be vlogging. I don't know when this video is going to go up, so if you see vlogs that I've already done, go ahead and watch them, and if you don't, then be sure to subscribe because they'll be coming. So lots of fun trips and lots of fun stuff happening. So thanks so much for following me along today. Subscribe to my channel so you don't miss a thing, and we will see you in the next one. Bye, y'all.